Part 2. Yes, aim to observe that hot air rises up. Wind. Moving air is called wind. A gentle wind is called a breeze. Wind blows from cold places to warm places. The blowing of wind affects the weather of a place. The sun heats up the surface of the earth. As a result, the air present over it gets heated up too. As the hot air is lighter, it rises up and cool air rushes in to take its place. First, you need to understand that whenever a place is heated, if there is water, what happens is that becomes hot and the steam, that is water vapor, becomes lighter and it rises up. Okay? Yes. Here there is one experiment conducted to observe that hot air rises up. Hot air rises up. Materials required for this is two bottles of same size, two big bowls, hot boiling water, ice cold water and two balloons. What is the procedure? How can we do this experiment? First is fit one balloon each on the mouths of the bottles. With the help of an adult, pour boiling water in one bowl. Do not handle boiling water yourself. Pour cold water in the second bowl. Place one bottle in the hot water bowl and the other in the cold water bowl. Wait for some time. Can you see there? There are two bowls. Yes? Now in both the bowls we are having water. Okay. In one bowl we are pouring cold water and in another bowl we are pouring hot water. Okay. Now these two bottles are empty. We have placed two balloons over it and both the balloons are without any air in it. We have not inflated any air in it. Okay. Now you have to observe. Okay. What can we observe? What do you observe? Observation. The balloon on the bottle in the hot water bowl gets inflated as the air gets filled in it. The hot water heats the air in the bottle and it rises up and enters the balloon. The balloon on the bottle in cold water remains as such, showing that cold air does not rise up. So here, can you see here? In this bowl, we have hot water. And in this bottle, there is nothing. Okay, but there is air. Okay. As soon as we have poured the hot water in this, the bottle has become hot. And there is air in the bottle. So hot air, this hot water has heated the air and this air which is in the bottle has rised up and this balloon has got inflated. Okay, so the air which was in the bottle now has rised up and gone into the balloon. So the balloon has inflated. Got it? And whereas here you can see there is cold water. So the cold water has not heated up the air and that's why this balloon is not inflated. So with this experiment we can prove that hot air is lighter. It rises up and fills the balloon. So always hot air becomes lighter and it rises up. In the same thing happens on the land also. When the hot water gets boiled, it rises up. Okay, hot air rises up. Next experiment is to find out which heats up and cools down faster, land or water. Okay, to find out whether land heats up faster or water heats up faster. Materials required: two big bowls, soil and water. Okay. First thing what we have to do is put some soil in the first bowl, put some water in the other bowl. Keep both the bowls in the sun for 2 to 3 hours. Fill each bowl, which is warmer to touch. Now bring these bowls in a room and keep them under a fan. Fill each each bowl after 2 hours, which bowl is cooler to touch? The conclusion is the land gets heated up faster than water. It also cools faster than water in the absence of the sun's heat. Now here students, you have to understand. When we have taken soil in one bowl and water in another bowl and keep it for 1 hour in the sun, what happens is both the things get heated up. Okay, even soil gets heated and water gets heated. But when you bring it and place it under the fan, what happens is, when you observe, soil cools down very fast, whereas water does not cool very fast. So this experiment shows that soil heats up very fast and cools very fast. But water takes time to get heated up but cools very slowly. Okay? Okay, land breeze and sea breeze. During the day, the land near the sea heats up faster than the sea. As the land gets heated, the air above it also becomes hot. This hot air rises up and the cool air from the sea rushes to take its place. So, a cool breeze blows from the sea towards the land. This is called sea breeze. So, always remember students, here you can see sun. Yes, so sun, always remember the sun. That is the one thing you have to keep in mind for sea breeze. Okay, so sea breeze takes place during the daytime. The land near the sea gets heated up faster. As in the experiment you saw that the sand heats up faster than water. Okay, so the land near the sea heats up faster than the water in the sea. As the land gets heated, the air above it becomes hot. So the air above the land becomes hot, and you know that hot air rises up. Okay, so the land above the land, the air which has become hot rises up. Okay, this hot air rises up and the cool air from the sea rushes to take its place. So here the air is cool because the water takes longer time to get heated up, and here the air has become empty because hot air from the land has gone up. So quickly this air goes and takes the place there, and the hot air from there comes out. Okay, in the same way this goes on. The hot air goes up, the cool air comes here. So this is called as sea breeze. Okay, and the land breeze is just opposite. It takes place during the night time. At night, the land surface cools faster than sea surface. The air above the sea is warmer than the air above the land. Warm air above the sea rises and the cool air from the land rushes towards the sea to take its place. This is called land breeze. Now what happens here? The land cools very fast. Yes, because it contains sand. It is cool. Now air above the land is not light. It cannot become lighter because the land is cool. Now what is hot here? Water is hot. So the hot air above the sea now is lighter. So what happens? The hot air rises up and the cool air above the land comes and takes its place here. So the movement of the air is in this form, just opposite to the sea breeze. Okay, so hot air from the sea rises up, cool air from the land takes its place. Okay, evaporation. Evaporation. Heating of water leads to the formation of water vapor, and this process is called evaporation. The water in rivers, lakes and oceans gets heated by the heat of the sun and evaporates into the air. Factors affecting evaporation. First is sun's heat. Due to the sun's heat, what happens? Now for example, if your mother has put the clothes to dry, the clothes are wet. Yes, by the time it is evening, when you touch the same wet clothes, is there water in it? No, because the water is all evaporated because of the sunlight. Okay, So the sun is one source of evaporation. Next is surface area. If the surface area is bigger, then what happens is there is more evaporation, more water goes up in the air, in the atmosphere. Wind, if there is a faster wind, that is strong winds, what happens is the clothes get dried very soon. This is the reason why wet clothes dry faster on a hot and dry day as compared to a rainy day. So during rainy season, the clothes will not dry easily. Why? Because there is more moisture in the air. Condensation. Condensation is just opposite to evaporation. What happens to the water vapor which goes into the air? Even though we cannot see the water vapor, it is present in the air. The amount of water vapor in the air is called humidity. We can see only the condensed form of water vapor which falls on the earth in many different forms. This is called precipitation. That is rain. Rain is a form of precipitation which falls from the clouds, that is from the water vapors. Water vapor condenses and falls on the ground as rain in the form of tiny droplets of water. Hail. What is hail? When it is very cold, raindrops sometimes freeze into small balls of ice called as hail. Snow. In the hills and mountains, clouds themselves are very cold. Therefore, the water droplets freeze and form snowflakes. Snow is frozen water vapor. Next is fog. Fog. In winters, air just above the land is very cold. The water vapor condenses on the dust particles close to the ground and forms clouds. This is called fog. On cold winter mornings, water vapors on plants, trees and grass condenses into tiny drops of water called dew. Dew can also be seen on window panes, vehicles and any objects kept in the open. Frost. On cold nights, when the temperature is very low, water vapor freezes on cold objects such as window panes to form ice crystals. This is called frost.